What if I told you that the secret to living a long, healthy, vibrant life isn't a miracle pill, isn't an expensive gym membership, and it's definitely not some trendy diet you saw on TV last week? There are people right now, living in their 90s, who wake up every morning with energy, with clear minds, with joy, and researchers have been quietly studying them for decades, trying to crack their code. And here's what's incredible. They all share one specific daily habit. Not 10 habits, not a complicated routine, just one. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what it is, and more importantly, how you can start doing it today. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get into it. Now, before I reveal the habit, I want to introduce you to the people who inspired this video, because their stories are absolutely remarkable. Researchers at Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and the Blue Zones Project, that's a famous longevity study, spent years traveling the world, visiting places where people routinely live past 90 and even 100 years old. Places like Sardinia in Italy, Okinawa in Japan, and even right here in the United States, Loma Linda, California. And they interviewed thousands of these super-agers. That's what scientists call them. People in their 90s with the brain function of someone 30 years younger. They looked at diet. They looked at sleep. They looked at family history, stress levels, income, everything. And while there were some differences between groups, one single behavior kept showing up again and again, across cultures, across continents, across backgrounds. Something so simple, you might actually roll your eyes when I tell you, but please, don't. Because the science behind it will change how you think about aging forever. The daily habit shared by virtually every healthy 90-year-old studied is intentional daily movement. Now wait, before you say, I already knew that, hear me out. Because this is not about going to the gym. This is not about running marathons. This is something completely different. These 90-year-olds weren't athletes. Most of them had never set foot in a gym in their lives. What they did do was move their bodies with purpose every single day, rain or shine, good days and bad days. For some, it was a 20-minute morning walk around the neighborhood. For others, it was tending a small garden. For many, it was simply walking to a neighbor's house, climbing the stairs, doing light stretching in the morning sun. Dr. Thomas Perls at Boston University, one of the world's leading experts on centenarians, puts it this way. The body was designed to move. When you stop moving, you start declining. It's that simple. And here's the key word I want you to remember. Intentional. That means they didn't just accidentally walk around the house. They made a decision every single day. Today, I am going to move my body. And they did it. Now let's talk about why this works. Because the science is genuinely fascinating. When you engage in regular, gentle movement, something incredible happens inside your body. First, your brain gets bigger. I'm serious. Studies from the University of Pittsburgh found that older adults who walked regularly actually increased the size of their hippocampus, that's the memory center of the brain, by 2% over just 1 year, while sedentary adults saw it shrink. Think about that. Walking, growing your brain. Second, inflammation goes down. Chronic inflammation is linked to heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, even Alzheimer's. Daily movement is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories known to science, more effective than many medications, with zero side effects. Third, your mood transforms. Movement triggers the release of dopamine and serotonin, your brain's natural happiness chemicals. That's why so many healthy seniors say they feel just plain happier on days they move. And fourth, this one surprised me. Your immune system gets stronger. A study published in the journal Aging Cell found that older adults who stayed consistently active had immune systems that looked 30 years younger than sedentary people their same age. 30 years younger. That's not a typo. That's the power of this one daily habit. Let me share a couple of stories that really stuck with me. There's a woman named Ruth. She's 94 years old, lives in Arizona. Every single morning, at 7 a.m., she walks to her mailbox and back. Then she does 10 minutes of stretching she learned from a library book in 1987. That's it. That's her whole routine. Her doctor says her blood pressure is better than most 60-year-olds. Her mind is sharp as a tack. She still does her own grocery shopping. Then there's Harold, 91, from Minnesota. He gardens every day from April through October. In winter, he walks his hallway back and forth for 15 minutes every morning while listening to Frank Sinatra. Harold told researchers, "I don't exercise. I just refuse to sit still." I love that. I just refuse to sit still. These aren't people with special genes or special circumstances. They're people who made one small, consistent decision every single day. So how do you bring this into your own life? Especially if maybe your knees aren't what they used to be, or you've been a bit less active lately, and that's okay. That's completely okay. Here's what I want you to do. Start with what I call the 10-minute promise. Promise yourself just 10 minutes of intentional movement every single day. Here are some ideas that work beautifully for seniors. Option 1, the morning walk, even just to the end of your driveway and back. Fresh air, sunlight, movement. It's 3 benefits in one. Option 2, chair exercises. If mobility is a concern, seated leg lifts, arm circles, and gentle stretches are incredibly effective. YouTube has dozens of free chair exercise videos made specifically for seniors. Option 3, gardening or yard work. Bending, reaching, walking, it all counts. If you love being outside, this one barely feels like exercise. Option 4, dance in your kitchen. I mean it. Put on your favorite music from the 60s or 70s and just move. It counts. It absolutely counts. The key is this. Pick one. Do it at the same time every day. And protect that time like an appointment with your doctor. Because in a very real sense, it is an appointment with your doctor. Just a preventive one. Here's what I want to leave you with today. Those healthy 90-year-olds didn't find the fountain of youth. They didn't take a special supplement or follow a complicated plan. They simply chose, every single day, to keep moving. And every step they took was a vote for the life they wanted to live. You have that same power, right now, today. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or 80. It doesn't matter if it's been a while since you've been active. What matters is what you decide to do tomorrow morning. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, before you turn on the TV, put on your shoes, and just move, even for 10 minutes. And then come back and tell me in the comments, what did you do? I read every single comment, and I would love to hear from you. If this video gave you something valuable today, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people just like you find this content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, because every week I bring you practical, science-backed information to help you live your healthiest, happiest life. Take care of yourself. You deserve it. I'll see you in the next one.